This video just goes over a few questions like what you're going to see in your third homework assignment on WebAssign for Lesson 5.4. You'll be including these questions in your notes, and you'll be submitting these as an assignment as well. All right, for the first one, I'm going to show you number 35. It's on page 378 in your book. When I look at this question, it says in the directions to find the exact value. I'm not going to be plugging this into my calculator. What I'm going to be doing instead is matching it up to one of my sum and difference formulas. So if I let pi over 12 be u and cosine pi, and pi over 4 be v, I'll have sine of u cosine of v plus cosine of u sine of v. That matches with sine of u plus v. Okay, so again, I have allowed pi over 12 to be u and pi over 4 to be v. So I will plug those in right here. And then I'm going to find the sum of pi over 12 and pi over 4. So that's 4 pi over 12, which is pi over 3. And the sine of pi over 3 is going to be the square root of 3 over 2. So you're taking these down to their exact value. Let's try another one, this time in degrees. So again, I'm going to allow cosine of 130, just the 130 to be u and 10 to be v. So this looks like the cosine of u, cosine of v, plus the sine of u, sine of v. This matches with the cosine of u minus v. So what I'm going to be doing now is plugging in my degrees. 130 for u, 10 for v. That becomes the cosine of 120 degrees. And when I go to my unit circle and find that cosine, it's going to be negative 1/2. And we'll try one with tangent. So again, if I allow 25 degrees to be u and 110 degrees to be v, this matches with the tangent of u plus the tangent of v over 1 minus the tangent of u, tangent of v, which is going to be the tangent of u plus v. Plug in what you know. So that becomes the tangent of 25 plus 110. That's the tangent of 135 degrees. Tangent is negative in that quadrant, and it will be a negative 1. And finally, write the expression as a function of theta only. So I will go ahead and expand this out. Cosine 3 pi over 2. Let's see, that's going to be cosine of theta plus sine 3 pi over 2 sine of theta. And that's using the difference formula for cosine. Cosine of 3 pi over 2. Well, that is 0. The sine of 3 pi over 2 is negative 1. So this collapses to negative sine of theta. So what you've done is you've written the expression as a trig function of theta only. That's it. Hope these tips help. And then after this, we're going to be moving on to a quiz on Thursday over Lesson 5.4 and then starting Lesson 5.5 on Friday.